Hello and welcome to the Lori Beds assembly video. My name is Brendan. I'm one of the founders of LoriBeds.com, and in this video I will be assembling our mechanized Lori bed step by step on camera for you to follow along. Our goal is that with this video, combined with the detailed printed instructions that comes in your box, you'll have everything you need for a smooth and simple assembly process. Now I will be assembling the vertical queen Lori bed today in this video, but if you have a horizontal bed or a twin size bed, still follow along because the steps for putting together all of our beds are almost the same. And again, refer to the printed directions in your box for any specific areas where there might be some slight differences. And remember, we have a team of customer service representatives standing by 7 days a week. If you run into any problems during your assembly, reach out to us and we'd be happy to help. With that, let's get started. The tools you will need for this assembly process include a Phillips head screwdriver, a drill set to low speed, and a stud finder. You'll also need a level or a leveling app on your smartphone. Step 1.1. Using a screwdriver, insert connector bolts into the pre-installed sockets on cabinet side panels 1 and 2. Step 1.2. Install the key lock strike plates onto the cabinet sides with the screws. Make sure the catch end is closest to the edge of the panel. Step 1.3. Fasten the mechanism mounting plates onto the cabinet sides using the Allen key. Step 2.1. Fasten the platform stop to panel 4 with the screws. Step 2.2. Add the rubber bumpers to the platform stop, spacing them along the length of the piece. Step 2.3. Add the brackets to panel 4. Start by inserting the female screw from one side. Turn the panel around and position the bracket slot over the hole. Attach with the male screw tight enough so that the bracket can still move a bit. Fasten panel 3 onto the brackets using the Allen key. Make sure the edge of panel 3 is even with the edge of panel 4, which for me happens naturally since I'm working on the ground. Step 3.1. Here's a quick tutorial on how to use the wood panel connector hardware. The hole in each connector bolt must be facing toward the corresponding lock nut. In this case, I need to turn it to point up, which actually means loosening it about a quarter turn, but that's okay. To connect the panels together, start by loosening the lock nut. Slide the connector bolts into the holes. If they don't go in all the way, loosen the lock nuts a bit more. When the connector bolts are fully inserted, tighten the lock nuts with a screwdriver. Step 3.2. Using the process we just reviewed, fasten wood panel parts 4, 5, and 6 to wood panels 1 and 2. Adjust the direction of the hole in each connector bolt as needed. And tighten each lock nut screw firmly to ensure the stability of the connection. Repeat around the entire cabinet. Step 4.1. Attach the two lower corner brackets using the Allen key. Step 4.2. Attach the center leveling footplate using a drill. Set your drill to low speed and low torque throughout this project so you don't strip any screws. Step 4.3. Attach the four corner leveling foot brackets using a drill. Step 4.4. Insert the 5 leveling feet, tightening all the way with a screwdriver. We'll use them to make leveling adjustments later. Step 5.1. Now it's time to begin the cabinet installation process. Start by establishing the desired placement of the cabinet within your room. Step 5.2. Use a stud finder to find and mark the center of at least 3 studs to anchor the bed to your wall. I'm making my marks on tape, so they are easy to remove when I'm done. Step 5.3. Check that the cabinet is as level as possible by adjusting the leveling feet up or down. Step 5.4. Make sure the anchoring plate, wood panel part 3, is flat against the wall. Lightly transfer the marks from the middle of the studs you found to the anchoring plate. Using the provided 1/8 inch drill bit, pre-drill through the anchoring plate and into the wall with 2 pilot holes per stud. The holes should be spaced about 3 inches apart vertically for a total of 6 pilot holes. Drill through the anchoring plate and the wallboard and just a little bit into the studs. This will ensure the anchoring screws grip the studs properly. Step 5.5. Choose the appropriate screws for whether you have wood or metal studs and add a metal washer. Insert the screws through the pilot holes in the anchoring plate and tighten them down using a power drill until they're fastened securely into the wall studs and the anchoring plate rests snugly against the wall. Step 5.6. Fasten a screw through each end of the platform stop into side panels 1 and 2. Step 5.7. To make final leveling adjustments, use the Allen key to slightly loosen the screws in the brackets just enough to get some movement. Step 5.8. Adjust the leveling feet using the Allen key until the cabinet is plumb and level. Be sure to check the cabinet top, side, and front edge. Step 5.9. Once the cabinet is plumb and level, tighten down the bracket screws. Finally, fasten the brackets to the wood cabinet top with 4 screws to lock everything in place. Step 6. Here's where we begin the platform assembly. Begin by laying out all the necessary parts on the floor according to the diagram in the printed instruction. Pay close attention to the part number labels and the directional arrows. Make sure that all parts are positioned correctly and oriented properly. Lay out platform panels 7, 8, 9, and 10 on the floor, and then lay out the metal frame hardware parts 16 through 22 on top. Step 6.1. With all the parts laid out properly, slide middle parts 19 and 20 onto part 18 in 2 spots. Then slide top and bottom parts 16 and 17 onto part 18. Lastly, slide on parts 21 and 22 from the sides. Step 6.2. Connect each metal joint with screws and washers as shown. Tighten with the Allen key just enough so there is still a little play in the connections. Step 7. Make sure the platform panels 7, 8, 9, and 10 are laid out on the floor as shown in the diagram. The arrows on the stickers should be pointing to the metal frame part 16, which is the end that connects to the cabinet. Ensure all the panel edges are flush and all the seams are tight. Step 7.2. Use the corner jig to adjust the corner gap between the wood panels and the frame on all 4 corners. Make sure the gaps are equally spaced. This is a key step in making sure your wood platform panels fasten securely and seamlessly to the metal platform. Step 7.3. Connect the metal frame to the wood platform panels by fastening the screws through the holes in the metal tabs into the holes in the wood platform. After attaching the metal frame to the wood platform panels, go back and fully tighten all the bolts in the metal frame from step 6.2. Step 8.1. Fasten the lock bar guides to panels 7, 8, and 10. Step 8.2. Insert the threaded end of the short lock bar through metal part 22 and the bar guide. Insert the long lock bar through part 21, the 2 bar guides, and metal part 18. Step 9.1. With the help of a partner, pick up the platform and move it toward the cabinet that you have anchored securely to the wall. Tilt the platform about 15 degrees and move the platform into the cabinet. Stay under the bearing cups at first. Then lift the bearings up and into the bearing cups on the mechanism plate as shown. The bearings should be firmly resting in the bearing cups of the mechanism plate, one on each side. Step 9.2. Gently lower the platform to the floor. Attach the bearing covers to secure the pivot point and firmly tighten the bolts to lock the bearings in place. At this point, if you're going to assemble the lorry bed with any of our desk or shelf kits, you should switch to the assembly instructions and videos for those products. If you're just assembling the lorry bed by itself, continue with this video. Step 10.1. Attach the long end of the piston rod to the piston receiver on the back of the mechanism plate. Make sure that the pistons are oriented properly with the arrows pointing up. Tighten the nut by hand just to hold it in place. Repeat on the other side of the bed. Step 10.2. Have a partner gently raise the platform end until the upper hole in the piston lowers and fits over the upper piston receiver bolt on the mechanism plate. Using the provided nuts, tighten by hand on both sides. Step 10.3. Have your partner gently press down on the bed platform end to compress the pistons slightly and release the metal straps. Carefully remove the metal straps while your partner is holding the bed platform steady. Make sure you save the metal piston straps for future disassembly work. Don't throw them away. Step 10.4. Gently press down on the platform end to lower the platform to about a 90-degree angle with the wood cabinet. Engage the stay open locks on both sides to keep the platform from rising while you finish the project. Step 10.5. Go back and tighten all the piston nuts securely using the provided wrench on both the right and left side. Step 11.1. Attach the bracket to the metal frame using a plastic washer on each side of the hole and fastening with the screw. Repeat on the other side. Step 11.2. Attach the leg to the metal frame using a plastic washer on each side of the hole and fastening with the screw. Repeat on the other side. Step 12.1. To install the motion arm, attach it to the mechanism plate using one washer on each side of the hole, fastening in place with the screw. Repeat on the other side. Step 12.2. Attach the motion arm to the leg using the thick washer on the leg side and the thin washer on the screw side of the motion arm. Repeat on the other side. Step 12.3. Attach the motion arm to the bracket using the thick washer on the bracket side and the thin washer on the screw side of the motion arm. Repeat on the other side. Step 13.1. Install the key lock and the two lock bar connectors to the wood platform panel using the screws. Step 13.2. Attach the short and long key lock bars to the lock bar connectors and secure them with the provided nuts just finger tight. Step 13.3. With the lock in the unlocked or in position, thread the key lock bars further in or out until the ends of the bars are flush with the edges of the platform. Once properly adjusted, fully tighten the nuts. Step 13.4. Raise the platform and attach the key lock bezel ring. You might need to use a rubber mallet or hammer to gently attach this piece. And check again to be sure the screws in the key lock are tight. Step 14. Attach the handle from underneath using a screwdriver. Step 15. Install the mattress straps. Thread the mattress strap through the mattress strap anchor on the metal platform. Feed the mattress strap pin through the strap end to secure it to the anchor bracket. Repeat for all straps. Step 16.1. Attach the inner comfort slat mounts by firmly pressing them into the holes on the center beam of the metal platform. You'll feel a click when they're installed properly. Repeat for all inner slot mounts. Step 16.2. Insert a comfort slat into the center mount with the rounded side up. Add an outer mount and press into the holes on the edge of the metal platform until you feel a click. Repeat for all comfort slats. Step 17. Assemble the two mattress rests and install them into the metal platform. Step 18. Fasten the mechanism covers to the wood cabinet on both sides. Now you're ready to add your mattress and strap it into place. And that's how you assemble the Lori bed. As a reminder, if you've had any questions along the way, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. And from everyone at Lori Beds, thank you.